Hello everybody and welcome to the fifth video in our series of videos on the 1798 rebellion. As always, we begin with our learning outcomes, so by the end of this presentation you guys should know what happened at Scullabogue and Wexford Bridge, you guys should know what happened at Vinegar Hill, and finally you guys should know what happened to the rebels after Vinegar Hill. The last time we saw the Irish rebels in Wexford, they had just been defeated by the British forces at New Ross. This unfortunately led to two of the worst atrocities of the rebellion. The first happened at a place called Scullabogue just outside of New Ross, where the rebels took out and shot 35 loyalists who weren't fighting in the war without any trial. They then locked a further 100 in a barn, including 20 women and children, and burned it with all the people inside. Another horrific incident which took place at the hands of the rebels happened at Wexford Bridge, where 97 loyalists, or people who were loyal to the British, were taken from custody in jail to the bridge, where they were killed with pikes and their bodies thrown into the river. As for the fortune of the rebels, they were defeated in New Ross on the 5th of June. They attempted to take Arklow, which we see up here, on the 9th of June, moving it up from North Wexford, but were once again defeated. And they were slowly being pushed back until eventually they were pushed to their main camp here on Vinegar Hill in Enniscorthy. This was where the decisive battle in the war was to be. 20,000 rebels, armed mostly with only pikes, came up against 13,000 well-drilled troops under the command of General Lake on the 21st of June. The rebels were no match for the cannons of the British and the well-trained soldiers, and eventually they had to break off. They found the gap here in the British lines, as the British Army commander General Needham wasn't in the correct position, and the rebels were able to retreat. Only about 1,000 of the 20,000 were killed in the Battle of Vinegar Hill. However, Enniscorthy was the scene of another atrocity, as the British this time set fire and burned a hospital full of wounded Irish rebels. The rebel army split at this point, with some moving towards Wicklow, where Michael Dwyer held out in the Wicklow Mountains. Dwyer was to stay in the mountains, launching guerrilla campaigns against the British until 1803. While some of the rebels went to try and spread the rebellion west, Father Murphy, who had helped spark the rebellion at Owlert Hill, was now captured in Arklow and he was hung. This appeared to bring an end to the rebellions in the north of Ireland, which we will look at in the next video, failed at this time too. However, there was to be one more twist in the tale when the French finally arrived on the west coast of Ireland. But Ireland's best chance of success died with the defeat of the Wexford rebels on Vinegar Hill. So that brings us to the end of our presentation. So by now you guys should know what happened at Scullabogue and at Wexford Bridge. You guys should also know what happened at Vinegar Hill, which was one of the biggest battles ever fought in Ireland. And finally, you guys should know what happened to the rebels after Vinegar Hill. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys got something good from this video.